scores in the last game. They had a 50-point fourth quarter. You played that game in the 80s in Orlando. Obviously, you don't want another team to dictate the style of a game, but when it's so disparate, how do you get it down to where you want it, knowing how they want it?
Yeah, it just depends. We're going to try to get to our game. Our game isn't necessarily, it's definitely not playing in the 80s, but sometimes you just have to do whatever you have to do. And on the road, it really just becomes about that, rallying around each other and figuring it out. Atlanta's been playing better, lately. We know they can put points on the board. You have to respect that. But we have some things that we do as well, and whoever can get to that more often, probably has a better chance of winning.
I don't want to say it's easier without Jimmy, but does it get easier when you've gone multiple games that you sort of know, okay, the non-Jimmy rotation is X, Y, and Z, and maybe guys can feel more comfortable in what seem to be roles now?
Either way, we've proven we can win, regardless. It doesn't matter.
With Khalil, obviously the shot blocking protection stands out, but where have we seen growth maybe in other parts of his game defensively so far?
Attention to detail. If you're going to be a big in this league, you have to defend a lot of pick and rolls. Everybody will test you, right away to see if you're a weak spot. So he's probably drilled thousands of those already. Made a lot of progress, and then he just has to continue, to find ways he can protect the rim. If a team plays small, then figure out how you can stay on the floor. That's the life of a big, in today's NBA.
I was wondering if you had thoughts on Mike Brown being let go in Sacramento.
Yeah, I do. I texted with him last night. It's just a really, sad state of our profession. It seems like I'm making comments about, coaches, far too often. Somebody on our staff mentioned there's almost 15 head coaching changes in Sacramento since I've been head coach. I've had some really good head coaches come through there. Mike and I go all the way back, to the beginning. We're both video coordinators. He's a great coach, and what they did there is really hard to do. We've been losing for 15, 20 years since Rick Adelman was there, and to change the culture and make the playoffs, you stick with it. Some of our best moments have been when we've lost or we struggle things, and you all get in a room and basically the organization says, figure it the F out. There are no changes. So I feel for Mike, having to go through that. He's the same guy that was coach of the year, less than 24 months ago. This league is hard. You have to go through adversity together as an entire organization if you're going to break through and get to the other side. But yeah, that sucks.
Coach, is there any different preparation you would do for a 3 p.m. game opposed to a 7 p.m. game from a team standpoint for yourself?
No. I had an extra cup of coffee. All right.
Thank you.